Turning now to your community focus, we are taking a look at the implications of last night's midterms across the country, with some races still too close to call and others that ended with surprising results. Election day was anything but dull. That's right. Here to talk to us about the biggest headlines from across the country, Mychael Schnell. She's a congressional reporter from The Hill. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.
So, Mychael, I know it's a busy day, so let's start with the predictions of there being a red wave. Locally in Rhode Island, we had a Republican candidate in the 2nd Congressional District who was favored to win. That didn't happen. So did the red wave wash ashore anywhere else?
It didn't all throughout the country, guys. And again, this was something that Republicans had really been pushing. They had really been anticipating, predicting massive influx of Republicans in the House in the next Congress. And that just doesn't seem to be the case. You mentioned the race over in Rhode Island, which was an upset for Republicans. That was one sign of Democrats holding firm on some seats and winning seats. We also saw wins in Virginia, where Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger and Jennifer Wexton, they held their seats. We also saw other Democrats flip other seats in other districts across the country. So really what we're seeing now is that expectation of a red wave among Republicans did not come to fruition.
All right, Mychael, I want to talk about the balance of power. Where do things stand right now in terms of who's going to control Congress for the next 2 years?
It is up in the air, which is a little difficult because typically in past years we would know what the balance of power would be after election night. But these days it takes a little bit longer, which is okay, have to count all the votes. But right now the balance of power is unknown. So in the Senate, we're waiting on 3 races, and that's in Nevada, that's in Georgia, and that's in Arizona, because right now Republicans control 49 seats, Democrats 48 seats. Nevada and Arizona, those races are very tight. We're still waiting for several more ballots to roll in. Georgia is going to be going to a runoff. So we will see the candidates face each other again on the ballot over in December. So it's possible that we could be waiting several more weeks until we learn the balance of power for the Senate. Taking a look at the House, though, despite Republicans not having that red wave that had been highly anticipated, it does look like Republicans will take control of the House. That's not clear yet. There are still several more races that need to be called, but several election forecasts are saying that Republicans will flip control of the House, but the margin of which they'll be able to govern with next Congress, the margin of their majority, still remains to be seen and is going to be quite smaller than was initially anticipated.
And Mychael, as someone who covers this beat day in and day out, I'm just curious, were there any big surprises for you last night?
Absolutely. So we mentioned before those 2 Virginia races. So Virginia was one of the Commonwealth had their polls close early in the night. So that was really being watched to see bellwether races, to take those races, see the outcomes, and see if we can prognosticate how other races would shake out. There were 3 vulnerable Democrats who were on the ballot: Abigail Spanberger, Jennifer Wexton, and Elaine Luria. Spanberger and Wexton, as I mentioned earlier, they retained their seats. Elaine Luria, she lost her seat to a Republican challenger. So it was really interesting to see how those 3 races shook out. And then, of course, if we move over to the Senate side, Pennsylvania broke last night for John Fetterman. It was a tight race, neck and neck throughout the cycle. And there were a lot of people looking to see who would win that race. And early this morning, actually, I believe it was, several news outlets called it for John Fetterman. So that was also a surprise at how quickly, and just because it was a true toss-up and nobody really knew how that one would shake out. Those are just a couple examples of some surprises we've seen so far this election week.
All right, Mychael Schnell from The Hill, thanks so much for your insight today on an especially busy day. We appreciate it. And looking ahead to tomorrow, we will be joined by Natalie Fleming with the Rhode Island School Psychologists Association to talk about a shortage of psychologists in schools and what that means for your kids.